It's 9:17 in the morning. February 28th, 1997. North Hollywood, Los Angeles. A patrol officer named Martin Whitfield pulls up to the Bank of America on Laurel Canyon Boulevard. He's expecting a routine call, maybe a silent alarm, maybe nothing. Then he sees them. Two guys, full body armor, walking out of the bank like they own the street. He radios in, and within minutes, every cop in the area is flying toward this intersection. What happens next? 44 minutes of non-stop gunfire. Over 2,000 rounds fired. 12 cops hurt. The two robbers dead. And a moment that changed how police in this country arm themselves forever. But to understand why this happened, we need to go back. Back to two guys who spent years turning themselves into something the LAPD had never seen before. Meet Emil Matasareanu and Larry Phillips Jr. These two met in the late 80s at a gym in Glendale. Emil was huge, 6 foot, 260 pounds, built like a fridge. Larry was leaner, quieter, but intense. They bonded over weightlifting, and pretty quickly over something else: robbing people. They started small, armored car heists, quick jobs. But over time, they got obsessed with a specific idea. What if you didn't need to run? What if you were so heavily armed, so well protected, that the cops couldn't touch you? So they started preparing. For years, they bought military-grade body armor, they got their hands on semi-automatic rifles, and then illegally modified them to fire fully automatic. For these two, it was just Tuesday. By 1997, they had done this before. 2 bank robberies, both clean getaways. The FBI knew there was a crew pulling off armored jobs in the LA area, but they hadn't caught them yet. And then came February 28th. Larry and Emil had been watching this Bank of America for weeks. They knew the schedule, they knew the staff rotations, and they knew Friday mornings were when the most cash was on site. They showed up loaded, literally. Each of them was carrying over 3,000 rounds of ammunition. They had 4 rifles between them, and under their clothes, full body armor covering their torsos, arms, and legs. They go in. They move fast. But here's where the plan starts going sideways almost immediately. The vault was on a time lock. They couldn't get to most of the cash. Instead of walking out with hundreds of thousands, they're looking at maybe $300,000. A fraction of what they expected. And then, police sirens. Someone had already called 911. The cops were outside, earlier than Larry and Emil had planned for. Now they had a choice: surrender or fight their way out. They walk out the front door shooting, not firing warning shots, not trying to scare anyone. Full automatic fire, straight at the police cars. The cops immediately realize something is wrong. They're shooting back, but the bullets are bouncing off. Larry takes a round to the hand. He doesn't stop. Emil gets hit in the chest, keeps walking. LAPD at this point is carrying 9mm handguns and shotguns. Standard issue. Against body armor, that's basically nothing. One officer, James Zborovin, takes 5 rounds. They're not dead, but they're out. The 2 robbers are walking down the street, using parked cars as cover, trading fire with over a dozen cops. Except the cameras are real. News helicopters are already overhead filming the whole thing live. Millions of people are watching this on TV in real time. Meanwhile, Larry's hand wound is getting worse. He can barely hold his rifle. At some point, and this part is still a bit unclear, he goes down. Whether he was shot fatally or made a decision himself, Larry Phillips dies on the street. Emil keeps going. He retreats toward an alley, still firing. He's taken multiple hits, but the armor is holding. Then, a SWAT officer figures out the weak point, below the knee. Emil's legs aren't armored. They shoot him in the legs. He goes down, and that's it. 44 minutes after it started, it's over. Here's the thing about this story that most people don't realize. The North Hollywood shootout didn't just end with 2 dead robbers. It changed policing in America. After that day, the LAPD and departments across the country started upgrading. They pushed for more patrol officers to carry rifles, actual rifles, not just handguns. More departments got access to higher caliber ammunition. SWAT response protocols got completely rewritten. The military even took notes. The body armor Larry and Emil wore influenced research into better protective gear for soldiers. And as for the Bank of America on Laurel Canyon, it's still there. If you drive past it today, there's nothing that tells you what happened on that sidewalk in 1997. But every cop in Los Angeles knows. So that's the North Hollywood shootout. The difference between a good plan and a great plan is usually the part you didn't think about. For Larry and Emil, it was the time lock on the vault. 1 hour earlier, they're probably gone. If you like this one, I've got more stories like this coming. Drop a comment if there's a case you want me to dig into next.